Henry liked being at Crewe, but was glad to come home. A crowd of people waited to see him arrive in his new shape. He looked so splendid and strong that they gave him 3 cheers.
Peep, peep, thank you very much,
he whistled happily. I'm happy to say, too, that the Fat Controller was also very impressed with Henry's new shape. He asked him if he would like to take the express sometimes.
Yes, please, sir,
he whistled excitedly. So whenever Gordon was tired or ill, Henry would take the express. He did it so well that the Fat Controller started to make special arrangements. Peep, peep, whistled Percy, rushing into the yards.
Guess what I've heard?
Gordon was getting ready to take his train.
I don't have time, Percy. Would you just tell me, please?
The Fat Controller says he's so impressed with Henry's work that he's given him the express.
Nonsense,
whooshed Gordon.
The Fat Controller could never replace me so easily.
But I heard him, Percy insisted.
You must have misheard. You're always talking out of the station limits.
However, Gordon was a little worried as he left the sheds to collect his train. Gordon thundered down the line and was pleased when he arrived early. However, when he got back to the sheds, he frowned at what he saw. There was Henry, being oiled, polished, and looked all over.
I'm taking the express tomorrow,
he said with a grin.
Gordon spluttered. You're what? Sir Topham Hatt said some inspectors wanted to see how fast I can go, so they've given me your express. You won't be as fast as me. I'm the fastest engine on this island,
Gordon scoffed. Henry didn't have a chance to respond, for as soon as Gordon stopped in the sheds, he fell crossly asleep. The next morning, Gordon was abruptly woken as men once again fussed about Henry to make sure he was ready. Presently, Gordon's crew came to get him ready for work too. Come on, Gordon, we've got a train to pull today, called his driver. Gordon only snorted.
No, I don't. Henry has stolen my train and now there's nothing for me to do.
Oh, but there is, his fireman laughed. They took Gordon to the yard, where they met Percy arranging his train.
Trucks!
Gordon thundered. The Fat Controller asked you to take it, replied Percy.
Fine. But if I must pull trucks, I'll show Henry how a proper big engine pulls them. So there.
He bumped the trucks as he rumbled out of the yard.
Come on,
he shouted to them. We don't want to, they chanted back, but Gordon simply ignored them. Before long, Gordon was going very fast, and the trucks, not used to being rattled about, wanted to pay him back. Soon, he was running as quickly as his driver would let him, but he still wanted to go faster. The signalman wasn't expecting him to be so early at the next station, so he had not yet set the signals. As they came into view, the driver saw a red signal and shut off steam. This was the chance the trucks needed. On! They giggled.
Stop!
Gordon shouted, but the silly trucks carried on. They thundered past the red signal, the trucks bashing into each other more and more. His driver fought for control and at last had his engine brought to a stop, well beyond the station. Gordon was very lucky and stayed on the rails. but some of his trucks had knocked themselves all to pieces. He was very embarrassed, but was even more ashamed when the signalman came stomping up to meet him. "You silly great engine," he shouted. "Don't you know not to pass a red signal? Not only that, you've blocked the line and delayed the express. The Fat Controller won't be pleased." The Fat Controller wasn't pleased and told Gordon as much. "If you can't behave with trucks, then I cannot trust you to behave with passengers."
"You already don't, sir. Not that you've given Henry my express,"
Gordon sulked. The Fat Controller paused and stared. "Henry isn't taking your express, Gordon. He's going to be taking express goods. The inspector simply wanted to see how Henry would perform in his new shape."
But...
Gordon spluttered before going red in the face. He said nothing of it more and stared at his buffers. The Fat Controller continued. "I would never be so quick to replace you, Gordon. Ever. But I will not stand for your foolishness. You shall be stuck on slow goods until I can trust you to behave." He turned on his heel, and Gordon was left with a lot to think about. That night in the sheds, Henry could only chuckle.
Well, Gordon. You wanted to show me how to pull trucks, didn't you? Well, all you've really shown me, you know, is that even the biggest and fastest engines can get things very, very wrong."
He paused impressively.
"Pride comes before the fall, you know."
Gordon felt his position deeply. But I think he deserved it. Don't you?